Hello, it's Leigh here. Welcome back to another week of Margarete Miller's Collage Challenge. We're up to week 9. The prompts for this week are something that hangs on a wall, clothing accessory, a road sign, a pattern with stripes, a sticker from a fruit or vegetable, and the bonus is a list. So as you can see on my prompts here, there's something stuck to it, and that is actually a sticker off an apple. So I'm going to use that, and what I will do is combine it with a stamp of a ladybird. So you'll see how that works out shortly. Something that hangs on the wall, I've got a mirror there. A clothing accessory, I have a portrait of a little girl with a hat, a pattern with stripes. I've got a little bit of this pale green striped paper, and a sticker from a fruit. We've done that. A road sign, I didn't do that. So I've got a page off an old, vintage book of maps, and it has a legend which tells people what the signs on the road mean. So I'm going to put a piece of that into my collage. I may use some of this corrugated cardboard to put some patterns onto the paper, I'm not really sure. And an alternative to the girl is this one on a bike who has a hat, but she's actually wearing hers, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But the first thing I do want to do is to cover this in gesso. I'm going to roughly cover it and then dry it off. So I hope everybody's doing really well. Big welcome back to my current subscribers, and a very warm welcome to anyone who's visiting for the first time. Hope you enjoy the content and consider subscribing to see more. If you do subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified when I put up a new video. So I'm only giving this a really light coat. I just want it to strengthen this page up a little bit, because it's going to have a little bit of things, quite a bit of product and stuff put on it today. I've sort of got something in mind. Whether it ends up coming to fruition, that's another matter, not sure. I thought about the stripes and then putting some stripes with a little bit of distress oxide using this, but I don't think that's going to work. It'll just soak in, so no, we'll forget about that idea. But I do have a text stencil. I would like to add some of that, and I'm going to put it here. I'm not particularly worried that the gesso is still a little bit wet. I'm just going to use a sponge to put that on. So this is distress oxide, and because the gesso is a little bit wet underneath, it's going to react with the moisture that's in the gesso. So it should see a little bit of bleeding happening to the ink. I think that'll do. That's enough for there. Okay, so just pop that away for a little while and sort of figure out what I'm going to do with my composition. I'm just going to stamp my lady beetle out, get that bit set up. Get that stamped nice and clear. So I'm going to use this fruit sticker as the back of the lady beetle, and I'm probably going to have to glue that on. There's not much sticky left in this, so I don't think it'll stay there unless I use some glue. Okay, so that's what that looks like now. Trim that image out. Just going to ink around the edge of that and put it aside to dry. Rightio, so we've got these things. So the mirror. Tear that out. And this one. I love the till on the edge, but I don't want to tear that side off, so I'll just ink this side and see if I can get it placed in there in such a way that it all looks good and cohesive. Okay, so we're not going to use that. Don't need that. I need some of this stripe paper, and I also need some of this. So, what I think I'll do is just tear out that section. That bit of the stripe. So I might tear a bit more of that off, get rid of the kitchen utensils. It didn't really fit in. A little bit of ink on this, not much, just a bit. I'm going to stitch this together, I've decided. Alright, I'm going to go and sew that and I'll be back. Okay, so I've stitched my little collage together, and with the ladybird I bought some dies and I was playing around with them, just punching dies out of book pages actually, and that's what I've used there, though you can't really tell that it is one of these at the moment, probably because it's white paper. So that's got to go in, and I'll maybe put that in, I'm not sure. I was just mucking around with my ink pad to see what sort of mark I could make on the page there. And what I've decided to do is, with this stencil, do some more stenciling with it, with speckled egg this time. Sorry about the wobble. Hopefully it's not making the camera bounce around too much. Looks nice. It's sort of mixing with the ink that's still left on the stencil, which was vintage photo, and you can see the colour that it's coming out at. So if I use this area of it here, over here, there's no vintage photo on there, so it will be a purer colour with a bit of luck. It looks better. Now, if you're wondering where this stencil came from, it's just an image that I downloaded off the internet and put into Cricut and cut it from a piece of Yupo to make a stencil. Righty, so that will do for that. Well, I've got this out though, I will just go around the edge of the page. Just make a little bit of a border around there. This book is becoming quite vintage looking with all the collages that I've been doing in it, and I might have to change tack and do a really bright one at some point. Okay, just going to put a little bit on here. I'm still not sure whether I'll use that ladybird there or not. Might be a little bit too confusing with the other one. So I'm going to put something down in the background just for this to sit on. I don't really want to put anything browny on there, so I might look for a scrap of something with a bit of blue in it. That might look nice. Yeah, I think I'll use a bit of that. Let me see. Really like the speckly bit around the edge, the motley part of it. So I think if I tear it about here, let's get rid of that. Don't want those pointy corners. I think that will look nice, and then that can just pop in somewhere. I've left the threads there, but I might end up cutting them off. So I can't really cover off that. That's my road signs. I could put that there maybe, something like that. And where's that brush? So it still needs something here. Perhaps I should move this across a bit. Yeah, I think that'll do. So just going to glue that all down. These are jelly prints. That looks like it's a roll-off piece on the other side. It's one of my little experiments, no doubt. Might just put that on a slight angle. There. I'm doing that thing again where everything's all on the one side of the page. I can't help myself. I think it's the shape of the book. I probably should have used a different shaped book. Maybe something about that wide. Anyway, I'm going to keep going with it for this year. Next year I might rethink. That's if I do the challenge next year. Maybe I will put that over there a bit, just so the page is filled in a little bit more. And straighten it a bit and leave it up so I can slip this under. Alright. Now, some other things that I've got that I was playing with. are some words and some other stamps. So, but I think maybe first I'll use a bit of my favourite text stamp. This little one. Okay, and I've got the ladybird stamp here still, so I might just stamp over the top of that fruit label. Hopefully I can get in the right. I'll take it off the block. The block is covered in ink on one side, distress paint. I'll have to clean it. Oh, it didn't really make much difference. Let's do black. Yeah, that's better. Let's put another one here. And another one there. Just going to go over this one again. A bit light. Another stamp I've just recently bought is this one that says handle with care. Let's get that black one back again. What does this say? No, don't want that. Now I've got that. Number 305. Also got this little label. I'm going to use that to put this on. Yeah, I was just playing around with this, the stamps and dies. That's not scented, but it doesn't matter. Seeing how they worked. Then I watched this, or part of it, because it went for 3.5 hours, Tim Holt's video this morning, where he's talking about using his die sets, die cuts, and how to use them and what you can do with them. And it's like, oh, I never realised how versatile they can be. I didn't understand what all the pieces were about either. So we've got a bit of an idea, and I might be watching a few more of his videos, and I know why Louisa Heinzel really enjoys watching his videos. So maybe that can go somewhere. I won't ink that. I'm just going to put it down the side here. And I won't use that one. And something else that I would like to put on there is just a bit of scribbling with my felt pen. Just going to go around the edge of this. Need some more glue there. Yeah, I made a little sticker storage book. I made it out of an old book, so this one. And I've got so many stickers that I've never used, never even thought about using. So I made this. It's got 5 double-sided folders in it, and I just went through and put all my stickers in. They're all in like containers like that, so you can never find them because they're all, you know, on top of each other. So I'm thinking, now that they're in here and easy to get hold of, excuse me, then I will actually do something with them. They're Valentine's ones, so they're a bit not suitable. Not for what I want today anyway. So I've got all these. They're horrible, some of them. Don't even know what that is. What's this? An eye? I don't think so. Cluster of tickets, chess pieces. Goodness me. These are really random things. Oh, there we go, there's a scarf. I'll put that in because it's another clothing accessory. So I might just pop that down there. It's getting dark in here, I think. It's getting late in the afternoon. Okay, date today is the 25th of the 2nd, 2023. Do we scribble around it? Do we splatter with anything? I don't know. Maybe some splatters with some gold. Just going to use the water brush that's in here. Let's cover up the little girl's face. Might just dot some, put some dots on here. And just going to go over the edge of this. Actually, I'll go over the whole lot of it and make it look like it's metal. There. That'll do. So I'm going to call that done. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'll see you in the next video, and I'll say cheers from Australia. Hooray!